Chapter 3, Dory, Fantasmagory. We are back at Chapter 3. If you remember from last time, she shot Mrs. Gobblecracker in the behind with the sleeping dart. So she was trying to tell her sister, but that didn't really work. Chapter 3, on to Chickenbone. As I step over Mrs. Gobblecracker's body on my way to breakfast, I start to worry. 100 years sounds like a very long time, but what if 100 years goes by really fast? I decide to wear my cow costume as a disguise, just in case Mrs. Gobblecracker wakes up, just to be safe. Aren't you hot in that? Asked Luke. See, there they are. She's wearing her cow costume. No, well, yet I don't want Mrs. Gobblecracker to recognize me. Stop talking about Mrs. Gobblecracker, screams Violet. Stop talking about Mrs. Gobblecracker, I copy her. Stop copying me. Stop copying me. Sound familiar? Ever done that before? While Mrs. Gobblecracker is asleep, I finally have time to hang out with Luke and Violet. I try and get Luke and Violet to laugh at me. Cereal time, I've discovered, is the best time for laughing. If I can get milk to come out of my nose, they always laugh. And if my parents sleep late, I can make them laugh by saying bathroom words. And then I ooh, 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 and then the toilet broke. They're all laughing. Potty talk, right? Look at Susie. But after cereal time, I have to work much harder to get their attention. If you want, you can milk me, I offered Violet. Ew, says Violet. Okay, I'll milk myself and fill up a glass for you, I offered. Get away from me, screams Violet. I follow Luke and Violet around the house and think of ways to impress them. Mary follows me. Mary. Can I draw a mustache on Mrs. Gobblecracker while she's asleep? Asks Mary. Look at that. No, that is way too risky, I tell her. But she's snoring really loud, says Mary. I'm busy, I say, waving her away. Hey guys, do you want to see a magic trick? See the stick in this hand, I say? Then I put my hands behind my back. Now it's in this hand. Ta-da! I'm going to pull it out. Ready? 1, 2. That's the worst trick I've ever seen, says Luke. They didn't even want to see me eat a napkin. Want to see me eat a napkin? Left hand on red. They're playing Twister. Hey guys, do you know what I can sing without opening my mouth? I'm dead serious. Listen. Can you please hum somewhere else, says Luke. I'm not humming, it's singing, I say. Wait a minute. Is that sweat, says Violet, looking up. Are you covered in sweat, she asks. Take that thing off. Nope, I say, folding my arms. I will not. Why do you always have to act like such a baby, asks Violet. Then my mom yells, Rascal! It's 100 degrees. Take that costume off right this second. Uh-oh. I'm boiling mad. I was singing. You are interrupting. I collapse on the kitchen floor. The tile feels cool on my hot face. My tears fall onto the diamond pattern in the tile that I know so well from so many temper tantrums on the kitchen floor. As I'm screaming and kicking and crying, I unbutton my cow costume and strip down to my underwear because it's way too hot to have this temper tantrum in a cow costume, not because they told me so. Look at her. Oh my goodness, what a temper tantrum. When I'm all done, I put my bathing suit on and go outside. Look who's up there. Here she is outside. I find Mary asleep under a tree. Are you really sleeping or fake sleeping? I ask her. Real sleeping, she says without opening her eyes. Now even Mary doesn't want to play with me. I lie in the hammock all by myself and think maybe Luke and Violet are right. Maybe I am a baby. I think of all the babyish things I do. I still smell my bunny and suck my fingers to fall asleep. I still put my clothes on inside out. I still can't whistle. I still overflow everything I pour. I still want to wear my nightgown all day. When I look up at the trees through my tears, I see someone up there looking down at me. Who are you? I asked, rubbing my eyes, squinting into the sun. I'm your fairy godmother, says the little man, crawling down from the tree like a koala. There's Mary. Are you sure? I asked. You don't look like a fairy godmother. Well, pretty sure, he says, but he looks kind of confused to me. Well, the important thing is I'm here to help you. He says his name is Mr. Nuggy and that he lives in the woods. Boy, do I need help, I say. Can you turn me into something else? I have too many problems as a human. Sure, he says. How about a pineapple? Okay, I said, shrugging. Why not? He takes out his wand. 1, 2, 3, ta-da! I look down at my body. I don't feel like a pineapple, I say. Do I look like one? Mr. Nuggy looks at me very carefully. He sniffs me and pokes me. Then sadly he shakes his head. No, I'm sorry. It's okay. But then I have an idea. How about a puppy, I said. Can you turn me into a puppy? Definitely, he says, jumping up excitedly. No problem at all. He's lucky that I'm already really good at turning into a puppy. 1, 2, 3. He waves his wand. I drop to my hands and knees. Woof, woof, woof. I bark and wag my tail. Mr. Nuggy looks very pleased. I turn into a puppy just in time. Who is that? Mrs. Gobblecrackers. Where did that little girl go? She was just out here. And where did this stupid dog come from? Mr. Gobblecrackers asked Mr. Nuggy. You must be imagining things, says Mr. Nuggy. There's no girl here. I know you're up to something, Nuggy, she says. Your silly little tricks have never worked on me. Watch out, says Mr. Nuggy. This dog bites. I bark my head off at Mrs. Gobblecracker. Somebody get that dog to shut up, says Mrs. Gobblecracker. She has absolutely no idea. It's me. Arrgh! I didn't notice this. Did you notice this? The dart's still in her. Woof, woof, I say, which means my human days are over, and boy, do I mean it. Mr. Nuggy says, I have to go now. My wife needs me home for dinner. He starts to climb back up the same tree. Woof, woof, woof. I bark up the tree after him, which means, wait, what's your phone number? You can call me from any banana, he calls down. No numbers. Then he disappears into the summer leaves. Violet and Luke come outside to play frisbee, and I run to tell them the news. I have great news. Mrs. Gobblecracker will never find me. Really? You decided to stop acting like a baby? Asked Violet. No, I decided to stop acting like a human, I said. Oh, brother, says Violet, don't tell me. I don't want to know. No problem, I say, because I can't talk anyway. Woof, woof, woof. Woof, 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 I say, chasing after the frisbee. And Mrs. Gobblecracker, she finally notices it too. What the heck is this? Here's that dart. Beat it, says Violet. But Luke says, come here, puppy, and he pets me. What's your name, puppy? I have to think of a very good name so that Luke will be excited to play with me. I concentrate really hard. Oh, great hammock. Finally, I say my name without really opening my mouth since puppies don't talk. Chickenbone. Your name is Chickenbone? I nod my head and yes and say woof, woof, woof. Luke looks pleased. Do you have an owner? He asked. I shake my head no and make my saddest puppy eyes ever. Well, he says, petting me, I could be your owner, but you have to be a good dog. Woof, woof, woof. I jump around and wag my tail and do somersaults to show how happy I am. Turns out Luke really wants to be a dog owner. I never knew. I have long, shaggy white fur with brown spots, and I have a pink polka dotted bow and a wet nose, and I'm very jumpy and usually have spit on my face. Luke just can't get enough of me. He loves Chickenbone. Aw, look at he's giving her a bath. And that's how I became a dog named Chickenbone. And now Mrs. Gobblecracker was left hanging around my house, looking kind of bored and confused. I guess she is waiting for me to come back. And that is the end of Chapter 3. Chapter 4 is called If You Take a Dog to the Doctor.